You know what's interesting? Every single day, you're already doing something that Fortune 500 companies are paying people six figures to master. You just don't know it yet. Think about this for a second. When you open ChatGPT or Claude or any AI tool, what's the first thing you do? You type something. Maybe it's help me with my history essay or explain this math problem. And then what happens? Sometimes you get exactly what you need. Other times you get something completely useless. Here's what I've realized after watching thousands of people interact with AI. The difference between getting incredible results and getting garbage isn't about the AI. It's about how you talk to it. That's prompt engineering. Now, I know what you're thinking. Engineering sounds complicated, but stay with me here, because this is actually simpler than you think and way more powerful than you realize. Let me tell you about Sarah. She's a 17-year-old from Michigan who landed a part-time job at a marketing company last summer, not because she knew marketing, but because she could get AI to create content that her boss couldn't figure out how to make. While other people were typing, "Write a social media post," Sarah was writing prompts like, "Create an Instagram caption for a sustainable fashion brand targeting Gen Z, use a conversational tone, include a call to action about their flash sale, and incorporate trending slang naturally without being cringy." See the difference? Sarah understood something fundamental. AI isn't mind-reading technology. It's more like having a conversation with someone who's incredibly knowledgeable but needs very specific instructions. Think about how you text your friends versus how you text your grandparents. Same phone, same messaging app, but you adjust your communication style because you know what works for each person. That's exactly what prompt engineering is, except you're learning to communicate effectively with artificial intelligence. Here's what's happening in the world right now that makes this skill absolutely essential. Every industry is integrating AI. News organizations are using it to draft articles. Doctors are using it to help diagnose conditions. Teachers are using it to create lesson plans. And the people who know how to communicate with these systems effectively, they're the ones getting opportunities. But here's what really gets me excited about this. Unlike other technical skills that take years to master, you can get dramatically better at prompt engineering in a matter of weeks. It's not about learning to code or memorizing complex formulas. It's about learning to think clearly and communicate precisely. Let me break down what good prompting actually looks like. First, context is everything. Instead of asking, "How do I study better?" try, "I'm a high school junior taking AP Chemistry and AP History. I have 2 hours each evening to study, but I get distracted easily. What's a study system that breaks things into short, focused sessions?" Second, be specific about the format you want. Don't just ask for help with your essay. Say, "Give me 3 different opening paragraphs for my essay on climate change impacts." Make each one use a different hook, like a statistic, a personal story, or a thought-provoking question. Third, iterate. Your first prompt probably won't be perfect, and that's completely fine. Think of it like a conversation. If the AI gives you something close but not quite right, tell it what to adjust. That's good, but make it more casual. Or can you focus more on the economic impacts instead of the environmental ones? What I find fascinating is how this skill transfers to everything else in your life. When you learn to ask clear, specific questions and give precise instructions to AI, you automatically get better at communicating with humans, too. You start asking better questions in class. You give clearer instructions on group projects. You become more persuasive when you're trying to convince your parents to extend your curfew. And here's something most people don't realize yet. We're living through the biggest shift in how work gets done since the internet became mainstream. The jobs that are emerging, the ones that will define the next decade, they all involve collaborating with AI in some way. The people who can do that effectively, they're going to have a massive advantage. I'm not saying you need to become a programmer or a tech expert. I'm saying you need to become fluent in communicating with the tools that are reshaping every field you might want to enter. So here's my challenge for you. For the next week, instead of using AI casually, approach it intentionally. Before you type anything, pause and think, how can I make this request clearer? What context does the AI need to give me exactly what I'm looking for? Start treating every interaction with AI as practice for a skill that could change your future. Because whether you realize it or not, you're already living in the AI era. The question isn't whether these tools will matter for your career. The question is whether you'll be someone who uses them effectively or someone who gets left behind. The most successful people I know aren't the ones who avoid new technology. They're the ones who figure out how to use it better than everyone else. And right now, today, you have the chance to start building that advantage.